set up for today. So I know yesterday we were staying out of the market, and yeah, it was probably a good choice. Even though you look at the daily bar, we open our low and closed on a high, a very bullish bar, but we've done that straight into an area of resistance. Okay, and the area of resistance is right over here. You can see resistance, 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 support, support. Okay. There's nothing else further to the left because we've broken above most of the area of congestion right now. But over here also a bit of resistance. So this is definitely an area we need to pay attention to. And I'm just going to put the next level on, which will be this previous high here. Okay, so that is a zone that we need to pay attention to. Now, if you look at price action, grinding up the upside, a couple of days where it was some indecision, but then yesterday was a pretty bullish day. Now, if we drill down to the 3 hour here, you'll see a couple of things on offer at the moment. So first thing is obviously trend is up. Okay. And it coincides pretty much with that there. Okay. So there's sort of a channel forming, but we're not touching that top of the channel now. What we're doing, we're kind of just looking like we're going to roll over, and I'm not comfortable with this. I wasn't comfortable yesterday, and I'm still not comfortable today. And I'm going to go to a really noisy chart quickly just to give you a view. So we won't stay on here for long, so don't get too excited about it. So the point that I'm pointing out here, these are just pivot points that I've got on here. What I'm saying here is, if you look at stochastics, we are extremely oversold on all time frames. Okay, 8 hour, we've actually got some diversions brewing there. Daily, we are oversold. I don't think we would be on the weekly. We're heading there on the weekly at the moment. Okay, if we get down to the hour, have a look there, oversold. We have daily pivot today is well below us at the moment. 30 minute, we've kind of rolled at the moment. 15 minutes, all over the place. But anyway, you get my point. We are extremely overbought on our higher time frames, and that is a cause for worry for me anyway. So what I'd be looking for is some kind of a move back to the downside. Really can't see myself going long at these levels. I couldn't see myself going long yesterday. Yes, we ground up, and the bulls are all clapping their hands and dancing at the moment, saying we were long, you went in the market. Doesn't really matter. My trading plan doesn't allow me to do that. So, and what I'd be looking for is I want pullbacks, and when I get pullbacks, I get into the market. And this little bit of congestion here, and in fact, let's just do this. That bit of congestion there doesn't excite me at all. Okay. If we start going sideways like that, yes, we've broken. If we come back and hold this level, then I may be looking at a scalp or two to the upside. But for now, there has not been a pullback onto structure that has given me an opportunity to be long. Okay. Even if I use that structure there, you see there's my structure, support and resistance, beautiful bit of structure there. But look what happened here, all over the place until this period here. If I move that down to the hour, you'll see lots of tails below. There was an opportunity there. And then look at what transpired last night. Pin bars to the upside, pin bars to the downside, total confusion. Not really something I want to get involved in. If I look at the next bit of structure, that would be the next bit of structure. Not neat at all over the place. So when it's like this, there's no sure bet trades. And when there's no sure bet trades, I tend to stay out of it. And if we just use yesterday as an example, so from the open, which was around, let's just put the periods on, and then we will get it. There we go. Okay. So right, you can see this was the open. We bounced down. come and test this trend line. You can actually just move that trend line up a bit like that. So not a perfect science, but it came back to test the trend line. Tested the trend line, did form a bit of a double bottom here. Okay, by the time we got into market, you can see there was an opportunity, a nice structured 15 minutes move. See, there was the previous high. We broke above, support. So break above here was an entry, was a stop there. So there was a nice move up. The point I'm getting at now is that before the US market opened, we moved up 0.8%. Okay. Then, mid-morning, 12 o'clock South African time, 10 o'clock GMT time, we started to move down 0.7%. Okay. US Open, we moved down 0.7%. Okay. And then we proceeded to move up into the close 1.2%. So with all of the chaos happening in the States, I mean, you've got riots, you've got political noise, you've got the virus, you've got unemployment, there's just so many factors at the moment. Yet, we're not moving in any form of structured manner. We are making massive moves down, massive moves up. And the interesting thing that I read yesterday is that the Robinhood app, which is a free app for trading, has signed up 3,000 new accounts. More than half of them are first-time traders. And the scary thing is more than half of them are long at the moment. So, it's warning bells going off in my head everywhere at the moment. So, just whatever you do, proceed with caution. You can see here, that was my structure, even if I adjust it to there. So there's my swing high, there's my swing high. That was a decent entry there, short-lived, and then we bang below it, back up, and then we kind of have another decent entry here. But it's just too volatile for my likings anyway. So just to get back to the hour, what I'm looking for is a half-decent pullback. And let's just get rid of this noise. So what I'm looking for is a half-decent pullback, and I want structure on the hour. I haven't really had structure on the hour, or structure that I can trust anyway. So we can argue that was a pullback on structure, even though we shot below it and closed below it on the hourly bar. So that probably was an area. But what I'm looking for is the sure bet setups. And at the levels we're at the moment, I'm really not interested in chasing this right now. I want to see us come back to some kind of half-decent structure and then give me the opportunity to get in long from there. The last thing I just want to point out here is we are sort of grinding up in this channel. Okay. So for as long as we're sort of heading up in this channel, you don't want to be taking longs up here, wait for it to pull back closer to the bottom of the channel, and then you take your long. Okay, so that's kind of the strategy that we should be adopting right now. And you will find that structure will always line up with the bottom of the channel, somewhere along the line. Okay, so you're looking for a pullback, looking for an opportunity to buy and buy. The minute you start dropping below this area here at the moment, which is 35.8, watch out, because I would expect it to drop, come back and test, and then offer opportunities to short. But at this stage, obviously we're looking for longs. We want it to come down into this area and trade the upside. So that's the only opportunity that I do see. I don't see opportunities for short, and my trading style doesn't give me opportunities for longs, because I will trade the channel if it comes back onto a level. If it doesn't come back onto a level, I'm not interested in it. And if I just zoom in, we're all clear. What I'm trying to achieve here is there is a level there at my swing high. You can see I did get a 1 hour test of it. So there was a valid entry long there with a stop below that, and it's played out. Okay, so and that was a little bit during market. This is all pre-market here, these last 4 hours. So anyway, That's the kind of structure that I'd look for. I'd look for another retest of this area, or alternatively something like that. But I want to see this kind of structure. Okay, so a break of a level, a retest, even if it's one bar. If you come down to the 15 minutes, you'll see an acceleration bar through the level. There's the level there, a retest, a retest, a retest, a retest, a retest, a retest, and then a break. Okay, so your entry is above that area there. Make sure we're all clear. That's your entry there. So you've got a entry there, you've got a stop here, would have been triggered, and you've been looking for one-to-one trade on this anyway, because the levels we're at, 64 points, you're looking for 64 points. 64 points, you can see, wasn't the only one that was looking for 64 points. There were a lot of people looking for 64 points right over there. Okay, so anyway, guys, that's kind of the way I'm seeing this at the moment. Definitely want to see what happens during European session at the moment. DAX looks pretty interesting as well. So let's just get down one more. But I want to see us come back. So ideally, I'd like to see us come back down into 3074, 3080, 3074, see if those levels hold. If they do hold, then we may have an opportunity. Sorry, I just need to zoom in here. Yeah, and we can adjust that a little bit further down on the 8 hour, and that is 3064. Okay, so you've got levels between 3080 and 3060 that you need to watch out for, and you want to see a pullback back onto that. And you can see that channel is fairly strong on the 8 hour as well, and it's part of a bigger channel. Okay, the only thing that's worrying me here is we've got a bigger channel going, but we haven't quite got to the top of that bigger channel at the moment. And if we break below this and come and retest these areas, that's when we start looking for opportunities to the short side. Anyway, so if I do see anything, I will put it on the Telegram channel, which there's a link in the description below. Be sure to join us, and then any opportunities I see, I will post there for you. Hope it helps, and we'll catch you later. Cheers for now.